Let me just get that. Okay, if you want to call the meeting to order, Linda, it looks like we have Brett here with me, yourself and Janelle, so we do have a quorum, so we are able to meet.
Yeah, and it's 5:03.
Okay.
And we have no visitors.
Okay.
Does anybody want to make any adjustments to the agenda?
I'm going to see if I can pull it up without getting kicked off. Hold on. No, not that I can see.
Okay. So, Stephanie, you want to give a summer pool staff and a program update?
Sure, thanks. So the summer went very, very well. We were off to a slow start in the beginning. We desperately needed more lifeguards. So I was, trying to figure out how we could cover, all the pool. And the first couple weeks we weren't able to open on the weekends, but then we were able to get 3 individuals into a lifeguarding class, and they were successful and followed through, and that really helped us. So we were able to, to be open 7 days a week. And so the summer went, very, very well. We did not offer as many lessons as we wanted to, because we still had a balance, being open all the hours. But, we hope for next year that we will be a couple steps ahead. It appears based on today that just about everybody wants to return next summer. So that's a plus. Overall, I think it was a great summer. And, I think a few of you were there. I know.
Yeah, I was going to
also
say my
as
kids
well.
loved the lessons. So thank you.
And the through the grant, some of the things that were purchased that I really like, the wheelchair was purchased, and that was used this summer, and that was great. Purchased a couple more life jackets for infants. That was really popular. And then for the next summer, I have purchased the water exercise. It's the waistband, or the waist, what goes around your waist, and just so we can do water aerobics. I'm not like that versed on it, but I did get equipment. So if we are able to offer it, we at least have the equipment. People don't have to worry about that. It was another popular item at the pool was from the health department. I got a station for sunscreen. So we were able to offer free sunscreen, the meal program, everything just, I think, went very, very well. So I don't know if anybody heard any feedback, any, good, bad, or indifferent, but I thought it was a great summer.
The only thing that I had heard and talked about with other parents that were there for the swim lessons was something that we don't really have a huge bandwidth to be able to accomplish right now, but is something to think about for the future, is a possibility of a summer swim team. Because from my understanding, the closest one is Waterbury, I want to say. One of them said Waterbury was the closest swim team. So as somebody who was in swim team, pretty much all of high school from the ages of 10 up to college, it was a really great outlet for me. And so I know that that's something that we might need to discuss at a much later time, but that's the only feedback I heard.
One of the things that I heard was people really would like an lesson.
What was that, Linda?
That people would really like an evening swimming lesson.
Oh, and yes. And so that's something that, we believe in too. The one challenge to figure out is if we have a night lesson, then the nighttime swim has to be altered because you can't have both at the same time. So we either have to cancel some of the night swim, you know, or something.
Could we alternate, like, so one night is night swim, the next night is a swim lesson, kind of like that, just so that everybody has, you know, a couple of days a week at least that they can do something in the evening if they need to?
Sure. So that is, you know, we have done those in the past. It's just, and then the other part is making sure that we had a lot of new staff. Jeffrey, myself, and Emily Grace, you know, our water safety instructors. Emily, you know, isn't available in the night, so it's pretty much, you know, Jeffrey and I that are the water safety instructors. So it's a matter of, like, you know, training too. So we just think we'll be better for next summer. So hopefully we can get back to that, Linda, because I, you know, I agree as well and heard the same feedback. So, you know, thank you both for that.
And I only had one more question, and this was more just in, you know, for my experience pondering. Is there some sort of area close to the ramp where it goes in that there's a way to put like a safety line or like a line across? Because I know there's like a weird part of the wall where it angles. I didn't know if there was a way to like designate off that like 3 feet or 4 feet touch area kind of thing.
I'm not sure, because the only thing I can think of is a rope that would go across, but then if someone's walking in, they'd have to like pick their legs up or go under.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
good point.
I don't know. It's something, you know, thank you for that. We'll take a look when, you know, we're at the pool and see.
Yeah, it's just
No.
mainly for like the smaller kiddos that don't understand a little bit. I don't know, you probably saw my kid this
Yes, I did.
summer, who is very fearless of the fact that when she doesn't have a puddle jumper on, that she doesn't understand, like, oh, hey, I will just keep sinking if I go too deep, you know?
Yeah, I saw firsthand. I know what you're referring to. Okay, great. Any other questions on the pool?
No, just thank you for working so hard on it, because I know that a lot of people, I think, really, really appreciate having that open in the summer.
Great, thanks. I'll wait for the chairman to call the next one.
Hold on, I'm trying to get my dogs to stop barking, but you can go on to the next
Oh,
one.
okay, thanks. Okay. So we were fortunate again to get the summer access grant. And, you know, that was great. That allowed us to cut the cost of the season pass by 50% for children and families. And
Now,
that certainly was very popular.
I'm trying to be on a meeting.
The safari camp, the Legos and the Big Dig, those are really successful. And that was 75% reduction in the price thanks to that grant. For 2 summers, I've been lucky to get, you know, that a grant option was there. I have no idea if one will be there next summer. I'm not totally sure. But, you know, we'll certainly offer some more of those camps. I just don't know if we'll have a subsidy. Working with the UVM 4-H, that was a tremendous success. At the pool, we did one day a make your own ice cream in like the bags. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that done, but the kids had a great time doing that. We were hoping to do a river access program. We just didn't get registrants for that. But we also did the kids made like a little robotics type of a I don't know, like you know, cars or planes, whatever, that actually moved. And that was a great program. And we're actually going to end up doing that again this winter. So overall in the summer, you know, the partnerships with the 4-H, that was great. And you know, the partnerships doing the camps, those went well. So I think this was very successful. We were able to do full days and we were able to do the meal program. So I think those went very well.
I have a quick question for you. regarding some of these camps and applying for swim lessons and that kind of thing. Have we at any point created a way for people to submit applications for that stuff online, like using Google Forms or anything like that, versus just the hard copies that they bring in or email or whatever it is for the programs?
Not yet, but I have a different software. And so I'm trying to learn, I think there's a capability with that software. So I'm trying to learn how to do that. We can't pay online yet. That, would make it a little bit easier, and, who knows, maybe by the summer we are able to do that.
Okay. Yeah,
So
it's
that's-
just
that's the
definitely
goal.
from like an accessibility standpoint, if somebody wants to sign someone up for a class or something, but they're not local, let's say that, they want to treat their grandkids or something to a camp, being able to fill out the registration electronically, definitely helps with, and even if people just have trouble getting transportation to downtown to actually physically drop off the form, it definitely, I think, would open up a lot of avenues for people to register for those things.
Sure, absolutely. Great. Do you have any questions, Brett, on that? No?
And
Did you have-
the Cliff Storytelling was another huge event again this year.
Okay, yeah, so the Cliff Storytelling, I write a grant every year, and we've been very fortunate. And this year, we were able to do 2 of them. And it was basically because unfortunately they had double booked, and he said, no, he'll come like again. And so Jeffrey, and one of my lifeguards, read 2 stories the first time, and that was really nice. And then everyone there got to select 2 brand new books. And then the storyteller came back the next week and, did a great job. And, that's just a great way for literacy. And I think it's a great supplement to the pool. Everybody had a great time, and it's just good to have, the books and the whole program. So that I hope to, I'll apply again for next summer, and, hope to have that again too.
So let's move on to Breakfast with Santa. Is that something that Dan will do the meal for again this year?
Yes, in fact, so I lined him up really early,
Oh,
and
good.
yeah, he's all set. As we all know, when we go to the grocery store, everything has gone up, and he did have to raise his prices a little bit, just because everything has gone up. So let's see, I made my notes here.
Everybody will understand that totally.
Yeah, it's $7 for a child and $9 for an adult. But of course, he has the pancakes and bacon and eggs, and I can't remember what else.
He usually has juice and coffee and sausage, bacon,
Yeah,
scrambled eggs,
yeah.
little individual boxes of cereal.
Oh, yes, that's right. So it's great, and I'll be ordering. Santa will be giving out goodies to everybody there, and I'll still have all the crayons on the tables and all the coloring, items. We'll do kind of the same thing. And we have a new Mr. and Mrs. Claus this year will be coming. And I'd say they're connected to the police department. And so I think it's just going to be a great show.
Awesome.
So December 10th. So if any board members, are available, Brett's always been, and Kelly been pretty good about being on the cash register. Like Janelle, I mean, you have kids, Linda, you have kids, it's not quite as easy when you have, to help out that way. But, if you're able to attend, that would be great.
Yep.
And
I don't think we've missed a year of coming to eat with all our family and friends.
oh no, and I want to try to appeal to some seniors too to come, because it's just not about little, like someone with little kids.
Right.
And I know, like, grandparents, I had brought my mother and father, before. I mean, they have a nice time and they love watching the kids. So I want to just promote it as a little more community event. And I tried to get it out there very early, because there have been some other Breakfast with Santas in the community, and I really don't want anybody to compete. I want us to all work together. And, I don't
Right.
want to have one same event in the community, same time, that makes it a little bit difficult. So I'm going to start either later this week or definitely next week, putting out information where people can call or email me just with reservations, how many adults and how many children. And, you know, they can pay at the door. So
Not to be the what if person, but what if is there any way for people to register or pay for tickets for this event online also, or is it again just an in-person thing?
yeah, it'd have to be an in-person because we're not equipped here to take it on, you know, online. And what I'm doing is at the door, the rec will pay for, you know, all the goodies, you know, that go out, and we're charging exactly what we have to pay to, you know, to the caterer. So I'm going to bring the cash register over from the rink, and, you know, any checks will go right to Jockey Hollow and cash, and, you know, we'll settle up with him that day. So
We probably from the high school to help out too, because they all have this big community service thing that they have to do now in order for graduation. They have to meet.
yes, and I did have some Halloween that helped me out too. So you know, I'm still like, we did the arts and crafts one year. Remember they did because I think your daughter was there. We had the little bulbs and they put the paint in them, and, you know,
Yep.
so I'm trying to look at all those things. I have a little bit of time, not much, because it's just around the corner, closer than I think. And so, but it's a popular event. I'm just so very happy that we can have it in person now. So anyway, so December 10th, if you can mark your calendar, and if you're able to help, great. You know, Brett put it in his calendar. I'll see, you know, like if Kelly's available. And then, you know, we'll see if we need anybody else. I think we should be in good shape.
Are we getting the guy there that did the music too, or?
You know, so Linda, do you recall the gentleman that I had that did the music? He did the dancing with kids.
Yes, but I don't.
He moved away, and I still might have a contact. Believe me, I think that he was more of a hit than Santa. I think Brett liked it too. So
Good
yeah,
music in the background.
that was so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
You know, there could be a chance if I can find something like that. Absolutely, you know, do that. So, you know, that's it. And I just want to add too, it's not quite connected to this, but I wrote the BOR public skating starts tomorrow night. And so, you know, winter has now started, and the ice rink is open tonight. Like, we have the youth sports, and Bear Youth Sports it's called the Black Bears Hockey now. They combine Montpelier, Waterbury, Montpelier, Barry, Waterbury, and I think that's it. You know, they all combined in Northfield. They combined teams. So I think the program is strong. Barry Figure Skating, they've started as well. So we're all good there. We'll be hosting in the basement of the Odd the ski skate sale that Montpelier usually does. They weren't able to use their schools this year, so they will be renting the ground level of the auditorium for their ski skate sale. So information will be on that, and that'll be a great place for people want to, you know, pick up skis or skates. So I'm kind of happy to have that here in Barry.
Yes, especially people with kids who outgrow stuff so fast. I've got a snowboard that doesn't, you know, for my little kid that probably won't work anymore. So it's good to put those back into the community and like get something from the community that maybe their kids have outgrown and stuff.
Sure. Good. And that's about it. You know, if anybody had questions, comments, round tables.
We still not having skate rentals
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have skate rentals. You know, they can get them Thygesson's is really good about trying to accommodate people, but unfortunately not up here. I wish we did. That makes it hard,
Yeah.
very hard. Did you have anything, Linda?
Nope, nothing at all.
You set, Janelle?
Yeah, I just, at some point, I want to better understand some of the logistical, obstacles with, you know, online registration for things and payments for things, and just kind of, because I understand I probably just have a little piece of the information here. So I just wanted to ask more about that, or kind of, we can obviously add it to a different agenda, but just
Sure.
trying to troubleshoot that a little bit.
All right.
Right. And one of the things too is a lot of those, like Everbright and all them, that you pay a fee for them, plus you pay a surcharge.
Yeah. And so however we do it, it has to go through the city. It's like connected a little bit more than just me. But we're all working on it, and I
Okay,
think that
yeah.
every day we
It
get
was-
a little closer, but
It was
I
more just like
understand.
forms for registrations and stuff. Like, I know that there's some free options for that, so that the form gets virtually submitted and it can, import into an Excel spreadsheet to help track the participants and who has signed up, and, that kind of thing. And just if there's a way that I can help with that, like tracking the data and the information and creating the forms, that's actually something that I am enthusiastic to help with, just so
Okay.
that, people who might not be able to remember just remember and drag their kids downtown to drop off forms and that kind of thing. Like, if there's a way for them to more easily sign up, that might be something to encourage sign up.
That's
Okay.
that's a good idea if you can figure out a way to electronically do that. And I know there's options out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's just
think-
making sure I understand the depth of, like, perhaps what some of the obstacles are currently. Like Stephanie was mentioning, through the city, or like if it has to go through a specific program. But as far as like actually developing and having a form that auto imports into an Excel spreadsheet, I'm very familiar with that. So I'm happy to assist with that if we need, just somebody to handle that more on the side, that, because I know, Stephanie, you do so much that, to sit down and like troubleshoot all that I'm happy if you're willing to delegate that. task.
Something like that too. I think Stephanie would really, really help, take some of the load off your back for these
Yeah,
events.
and this new software, I think, can do that. It's just a matter of getting it. So I'll reach out, Janelle.
Do you mind me asking, is it like a software for the city, or is it,
Yeah,
which software is it?
it's one that it's MyRec, it's called.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll be in touch, and we'll go from there. But I appreciate everybody's time tonight, and
Yeah, thank
Brett
you.
came in person. Thanks for the thing, and I'll try to shoot you out some flyers, the public skating flyer, and a couple other things that I'll get out to you by email.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.